Alright, welcome to another part 22 of Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic. The only thing left to do is finalize our
the
defense.
Administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can to aid in the defense of Khoonda. See where you can lend a hand. We'll have time to talk more when this is all over.
Do you require anything else, Jedi? Soon.
I was right about you. You are the mercenaries.
Done some things to help with the defense.
That's good to hear. Fill me in on the details when you're ready to finalize our battle plans.
Alright, let's finalize.
You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack.
I'm certain.
Alright, and we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Khoonda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the Administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
There isn't anyone else that can rally the settlers?
It's not that the settlers aren't good people. Many folk just don't have the fighting mentality. They'd rather just make people happy and get along. But there isn't any getting along with Ascol. He's out for blood and taking the place over. So we gotta protect the Administrator. Khoonda can go on without me, but not without her. The Administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Khoonda's defenses. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
You talked with the men?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words. All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
Remind them their family, friends and family are counting on them. What we're about to do is dangerous but important. Important for friends and family. Enemies want to take everything worth taking from you, and we have to give it our all to stop them. So look around you. That's what we're fighting for. Each one of us has to back the other up. We can win this if we work as a team.
You're much better with words than me. I think it'll really help. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Oh, here they come. Ah, there's more. Okay. That didn't look good.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
You don't want to fight. Throw down your weapons.
Is that supposed to convince me, Jedi? I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the Administrator to her fate.
I won't let you have
Then
her.
you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's Academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this place.
I'm happy to help.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Gonna have him build a statue.
Thank you again, brave Jedi. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Khoonda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
Where are the Jedi?
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack.
Where are these other Jedi?
We have chosen to hide our presences from each other, so that the discovery of one will not endanger the others.
But how do you contact?
We cannot. And we have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from. But even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them. By letting them believe themselves victorious, we thought they would become bold and step from the shadows.
And what then?
Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far, they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die. You have more questions for me?
What happened?
We are at war, but it is unlike any war we have fought before. We have yet to even meet our attackers in battle. Somehow, our enemy is targeting us through the Force, striking, then retreating to the shadows. The gathering of any Jedi seems to attract them like a beacon. So it was necessary to divide our forces and conceal ourselves for a time until we could learn more of this threat.
Like on KOTOR.
How did you know of KOTOR? Few knew it was one of the gathering worlds for the Jedi. But yes, KOTOR was one such place. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the planet ceased to exist. I was not on KOTOR when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo, like Dantooine. It was after KOTOR that the few of us left realized that wherever we gathered, we were placing others in danger, not just Jedi.
Why'd you come to
Great
Dantooine?
tragedies, old battlegrounds. places of suffering, all leave wounds on the galaxy and in the Force. In such places, the deaths of so many echo. So much so that it is difficult to center oneself. By coming here, those echoes serve to mask my presence, allowing me to investigate the ruins and try to find some clues as to who our attackers are.
If you mask your presence, go to the other Jedi.
The Miraluka world of KOTOR taught us a terrible lesson. Many Jedi gathered there in an attempt to use the Force to find the location of the enemy. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the planet ceased to exist. I was not on KOTOR when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo, like Dantooine. It was after KOTOR that the few of us left realized that wherever we... You have more...
Why are you in hiding?
We were not in hiding, despite what you believe. This threat is striking through the Force.
How is that possible?
I do not know. There are techniques in the Force that hide one's presence and thoughts from other Force users. But I do not believe that such techniques alone would be capable of hiding the enemies we face. It does not seem possible. You have more?
Need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me?
Why are you cut me off from the Force?
We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it will not change the truth. Cutting one off from the Force. Such punishments are reserved for only a few. Although it was within our power, we did not inflict such a loss upon you. Your loss was a casualty of war, no more.
And what happened?
Perhaps that is a question you should ask yourself. It is not something I could help you with, even if I wanted to.
But I've reestablished my
Perhaps
connection.
it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. You have more questions for me?
Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to end them?
Force bonds? Yes. It is the bond that grows between master and student. Are you saying you have bonded with another?
Yes, and the connection is lethal.
Such bonds normally grant strength to both, but not to such a degree. Are you certain? Perhaps it is merely what you believe. Still, your ability to form such connections, to influence others, was always a subject of discussion, even when you were a student here. Perhaps it is a punishment of a sort. But a bond that ties two lives together, such bonds do not seem natural to me. And with your loss of connection to the Force, it seems such a connection would be impossible.
But I have
Perhaps it is
reestablished my...
Dantooine, but still, it is possible that returning... You have more...
Alright. The Sith have revealed themselves.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders.
They exist. They have already attacked me.
Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
They believe me to be a
For some
Jedi.
reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me?
That's it.
I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. I'm only going to demonstrate this once. This is the Sheen form, a defensive stance that's good when you're outnumbered, which is most of the time. This form will increase your ability to deflect blaster fire, and it increases the odds of dealing critical strikes against your attackers. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
And then he just disappears. Door's still stuck. More credits. Ooh, we got a body loot. Norris robe.
Yaron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment as to what's best for Khoonda.
Yeah, it did.
Thanks for your help with the mercenaries. I hope someday I'll be able to return the favor.
You are always welcome here, Jedi.
Yep, that's basically... It's basically everything. No administrator. Silveroo. Yep. Okay, he doesn't have anything more to say. Still alive, Dylan?
That was some intense fighting. I'm glad we both made it through. And the mercenaries didn't.
More here. If you need to make goods, my price will be low as always, especially for you. Alright, let's get off this rock.
Is there? Must be hearing things. But for a moment.
What are you doing, Kreia? Quick save.
Something up? All right.
Alright, nothing else to say then. Let's see what Kreia has to say.
You have befriended the seer.
You mean the blind Sith?
Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled. I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. If you take her on as a servant, know that the Sith meet their end at the hands of their apprentices. It is not something I would wish to happen to you. This one you have saved has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty.
She can see through the Force. Maybe she can help us find the lost Jedi.
Perhaps. I am not convinced.
God said her entire planet was wiped out, that it was the only colony of her people in this sector of the galaxy.
And what do you make of that?
If her people all see through the Force, then maybe someone wanted to blind them.
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
So once the sector of the galaxy blind to the Force, they can move freely or strike without warning.
I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger. And there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more.
Other questions?
Ask.
With Visa's attack, she did something to my eyesight.
She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes.
Alright.
Feel this ship around you. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work.
Hey, T3 has a stuck motivator.
Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive.
I can hear a catch in it. It's not fully fixed.
Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper, past her breathing, and listen.
As my feet walk from the ashes of KOTOR, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and
I heard her thoughts.
You are strong indeed. What you heard was surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned.
Can I do that whenever I wish?
That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not. Because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
You gained awareness. Yay. And we've leveled up. So... Bam. Bada bam bam bam. Lightsaber finesse. Powers. Let's add the ability to throw our lightsaber. Alrighty.
Ah, you are here. You felt it, did you not?
Does it sound like a heart, yet like a voice?
The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to increase your training. You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But only you must know the path you will take. I cannot choose it for you. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors, the weapon masters. Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and bringing it into the light. Such is the way of the Jedi Watchman in the time of Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the Force, as I have, the way of the Jedi Masters.
Jedi Watchman. Hang on. Yeah, it looks like Jedi Master. If you start as a Jedi Counselor, you should basically never take Jedi Master, but it is also a continuation of Jedi Counselor, so you can mix Counselor in with some of the other Jedi classes you build up. But Watchman and Weapon Master seem to be the best two. And Jedi Watchman seems to greatly enhance being a Sentinel, so we'll take that.
It is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your past and put it to rest.
Huh. Take that strength point. Alright, we got some free abilities. We want to take some improved toughness. Huh, okay. Let's take the feats, powers. Granted forced camouflage. There are a lot of good powers. Let's go down the battle meditation path. Useful ability. Okay.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
As many as want to come with and help us.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
They're my friends, not my followers.
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle?
They're friends too. Maybe you could learn to see them that way rather than as followers.
I am too old for friends, and when the years settle upon you, you will dispense with such words as well.
Makes you think they obey me.
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Does the fact that they obey me upset you?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
Something happening to them?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
I'll reflect.
Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Got other questions?
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Most interesting. Your crystal does not perfectly reflect your current self. Remove it from your lightsaber, then ask me about it again. Is there something else you wished?
Let's remove the crystal. I think she's gonna fix it for us.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Can you tell me more about the crystal?
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished?
Alright. We get a better focus. Man, time flies on the dialogue. Okay. Just a quick save.
Yes, General? There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused.
You're right, I've never felt better.
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is. And it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you. And if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
Thank you for your kind words, but they are not necessary.
Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself. That is hardly... Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
Why do you want to discuss it?
Perspective. Nothing more.
Battle called and I answered.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
That was my belief, but recent discoveries seem to indicate there may have been other causes.
Do you have a record of this trial?
P3M4 has a copy.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
Yeah.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you.
Very well, I'll be going. Dark side. How'd I get dark side?
I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records.
Battle called and I
A
answered, I
reason
guess.
for why one would leave the Order.
I did not leave the Order, I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
And why would I choose such a thing?
I do not know. That is a question best answered by yourself. But it is you who made the choice to turn away, not them.
I still don't believe it.
I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
You sure I don't know you? You look familiar, more so than before.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us how to move within the Force and see it flow within others. How to see it in the behaviors of others and use that sight to achieve truth. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path, and in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance.
So you turned away from the Jedi and the Force because of me?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
I'm sorry that my leaving for war had such consequences on your future.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
I could train you to feel the Force again.
I think you are right. It is time. I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. You have achieved a center in the chaos around us, and I have felt it, my master. The one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian wars. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force.
I will train you.
The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5.
So it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi Knight, what I meant to be.
Let us meditate and open ourselves to the Force. Imagine the initial teachings of the Jedi, your first steps within the Enclave. Remember the wind among the plains of Dantooine, the feel of life around you. Look what you felt when our paths crossed again. And alas, see the galaxy through the Force. Jedi Counselor. Wow. That's actually a strange path. I suppose it does allow him to round out pretty well. But it will stunt his growth towards in vitality. But I mean, yeah, now I need to get him a lightsaber. Alright.
I am ready.
We do have a short lightsaber, but...
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No, no problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some help.
Always with the details, aren't you? You can't fool me. You have some agenda. Spying on her, always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect, and a strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
Yeah, and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out. And another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys who run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
I thought she was the hero.
Yeah, Krea's screwing with them.
Jedi. Jedi. Betrayer. All thoughts of me will slide from your vision, from your mind, like water. You know who I am, but you will be unable to voice it, to remember it. What does a Jedi see? Only what I allow them to see.
Something up? Alright.
Okay. Citadel, Andron, Nar Shaddaa, Korriban, Dantooine. We'll probably go to Korriban next. Although, I will see if there's any more conversing that can be done.
Yes, General?
There isn't. Sightful was ridiculously easy. So yeah, we'll save up, and that'll do it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have and you haven't already done so, feel free to hit the follow button one time, or sub, like, and share if you're on YouTube. Kind of a long part. The battle part was really short, and then there was a lot of dialogue. Mostly with Chris, some with the Disciple. Just a lot of dialogue. But yeah. Take care, guys. Have a great one. We'll see you again next time. Till then, later on.